So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check that street.
And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. There for first. No gain as a matter of fact. And it leaves up at 3rd down. This defense for the Packers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Packers pick it up. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there. I saw that. I got it. And, you know, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
The Packer offense ready to get their next. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. To the 43, 2nd down. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Lost 40, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half. I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Packers pick it up on the move past the 40.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And how about the... showing off the wheels.
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right there, hurt.
Now back to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Back to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And complete once again to Watson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. After one, it's 9-0.
Here we go.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. A handoff as they run the counter play. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Go, Reed, go! Hey, smash Broncos! Street! Ready!
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize,
and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. The extra point splits the points. It's down to 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with them, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Got his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2 yards, good enough for a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now first down throw, Fields. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up the 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming off the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darren Waller, a 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Three. Come 19.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Fields now to throw.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And got his man complete.
Christian Watson. 79 yards. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a three-point game. So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Take it in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd and 10, Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Fields throw complete there to Beckham. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he loses the football a second time, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times I think they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
A rifle's one, that's going to be intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a touchdown. this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So opening drive interception to begin the second half.
Just think about the time we spent what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Hold the check.
Right there, baby.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
Grab the line.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try and sneak it here. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Here's a give up the middle, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so they have third down coming up. Back to throw, Fields. Buying time to his left. And he'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open. I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. from the gun. He'll hand this off. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's got him in, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
Okay, ready?
They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows until the football that exists when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll set up to throw. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Now Fields. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
70 Rangers. Panther 11.
He'll look to throw. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
19 tight. Warriors 17.
2nd and 5. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A good pickup there, 22.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check mash.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Big Lion.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. After right down the middle, and it gives him a 3-point lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
To the ground. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. It's a loss of the yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. All eyes on Fields. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got it to the 43 here. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on it and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter play. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Well, somebody would have fired under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they tried the intervention to come up and have a good second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Green Bay, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.